My name is Benjamin Bapuopeleh, and this is my story. My story is not one many would expect to hear, but it has always made others have a better understanding on my character. Being from Bolgatanga, one of the poorest regions in Ghana, I knew nothing of the world and only cared about my family and friends. I grew up in a place where water was not accessible to everyone, a place where I spent a vast amount of time hunting in the forest with my slingshot. I was the second youngest in a family of 9. In my culture, the youngest listens to the oldest on whatever he or she says, and because of this, I was somewhat of an errand boy to my older siblings. This is where my story actually begins. On the day I first met my guardian Cape Clifton, my life took a huge turn. He worked in the Peace Corps and became a part of my family. My 2 elder brothers and I were given the opportunity to study in the United States after Cape had his last year in Ghana, a dream I never thought would come to fruition. After attending middle school in Charleston, South Carolina, I moved to San Francisco to attend high school. When I was enrolled in Stewart Hall High School, Stewart Hall High School is a small all-boys school located near Japantown, between Pine and Octavia Street in San Francisco, California. Stewart Hall High School is a part of the worldwide international network of the Sacred Heart organization with specific goals and criteria that help individuals grow. Schools of the Sacred Heart was first founded by Saint Madeleine Sophie Berra in the 1800s, along with 3 other women that helped build the community. Stewart Hall High School was founded in the year 2000. It is also connected to one other school located on Broadway Street, Convent of the Sacred Heart High School. One of the things our Sacred Heart schools share the most and have in common are the 5 goals, with Goal 1 focusing on faith, Goal 2 on intellect, Goal 3 on service, Goal 4 on community, and lastly Goal 5, which talks about growth. Of all the 5 goals in the Sacred Heart community, Goal 5 resonated well with me the most. Having the opportunity to study in the United States, I was exposed to different cultures that helped me grow as a person. It wasn't easy at first to adapt and learn, but as I learned, my friends also learned about my culture. I stepped over a number of hurdles in order to become content in the United States, such as adapting to the culture, a whole new atmosphere, and a way of language. Like most teenagers, I used to think that I needed to be and act like everyone else in order to fit into an environment, until I realized that I am my own self. I have my own background and life experiences that shape who I am. Many aspects of my growth relate to Goal 5. Students grow in self-knowledge and develop self-confidence as they learn to deal realistically with their gifts and limitations. Stewart Hall High School helped me grow in many ways, from doing service to playing sports. As a freshman on the varsity soccer and track team, growth was required in order to be successful. My teammates helped me become who I am by leading and guiding me to grow and expand my knowledge as a character. The biggest inspiration of growth in our community is the service we do. At the beginning of my freshman year, being told to do service was much like a chore than a deed. To me, service had no meaning than working for strangers out of my own will. Later on in my school year, as I began to work in my service site in Vinton, Coventry, which is a senior living home between Sutter and Gulf Street in San Francisco, I began to grow attached to some other patients, which marked the point I started to realize the true meaning of service. Rachel Naomi Remen, the co-founder of the Commonwealth Cancer Help Program in Bolina, stated in her article entitled "The Service of Life" that A server knows that he or she is being used and has a willingness to be used in the service of something greater, something essentially unknown. But I also felt something beyond being used. I felt a sense of growth within myself and the people around me. Reman's article also relates to Robert McPhee Brown's quote, which states that where we stand determines not only what we see, but even more importantly, what we want. Growth can come in many ways that can turn out to be negative or positive, but in my case, growth shaped my character and made me who I am today.